Good morning. Good morning. I'm kind of digging that intro music. It's kind of my
Dude, the
favorite
new
one.
intro music is a vibe, guys. If you guys like the new intro music, give us a shout out. Um,
Or even better, give us a thumbs up.
yeah.
But
Happy
hey, Range, I do see your comments. Now they're popping up. Why can I not? I just can't comment. Okay, there it is. For some reason, the chat wasn't showing up on the restream thing. So we're good now. Range, I can see you. Good morning, Mr. Gray.
good
Let me
morning,
pop over
everyone.
to the TikTok. If you're joining us on TikTok Live or watching on the replay on TikTok. Thanks for being here. And yeah, good morning. We're going to talk about not a whole lot going on, but we do have kind of one big story and one kind of small story. And I don't know. We'll see.
I think it's a pretty big deal today, guys. Damn, biggest project in all of crypto AI just fumbling
Tanking,
the bag.
drama, drama, drama.
Yikes. We're gonna get into everything today, guys. We're not gonna bury the lead, but some big dramas going on in the biggest project in all of crypto AI, and we're gonna get into it. But first,
Oh,
the
looky
bubble
there.
is
Looky
always.
there. We're going to talk about it. Why is this happening when all of this is happening? We're going to talk about it.
So as you guys can see, markets are looking pretty green right now. But then if you look at one of
And
those projects,
both of these, I know why both of these are happening.
yeah. So World Liberty Finance. Let me touch on that real quick.
Yeah,
Uh,
just a real quick because it's not. I don't have anything about that. But World Living Finance is the Trump family's crypto project, and apparently they someone there or the company itself borrowed against their token holdings, which is in and of itself is not. I mean, you can borrow against your own Bitcoin holdings, but then they used it to like buy something else. I don't know. So it stinks because it's like it feels kind of like an SBF or an FTX kind of thing. So that's why Worldly Finance is down today.
and it's crazy because I think Trump actually backed off of it because I know like his family was involved in it, but a lot of the Trumps like Barron and
I,
stuff.
I'm I'm gonna go on a limb and say that Donald Trump doesn't know a lot of the ins and outs of crypto.
He doesn't, and a lot of people call it the Trump project, which is hilarious because it's really not. But I do see why people equate
But
it
yeah,
to that.
the Trump family. I want to say Eric Trump, maybe Barron. I have no idea, but like they're some of the bigger investors in that project. But it's not. Yeah. Anyway, no, that's just why that's down. It's not a huge story. Exactly. I sounds like Lunar FTX. It's just it sounds bad. And of course, in today's political climate, um, if one side hates an individual, they're gonna anything that touches that individual that might seem like it could be shady is going to get played up, and that goes both ways. That's not just a Trump thing. That's a Republican Democrat. That's a worldwide phenomenon. If you hate some political leader, or if there's a large group of people that hate any particular political leader, they're going to hype up anything that looks wrong. And anyway, don't really care. Not the big story. TAO is a huge story today, and that's gonna be probably the majority of our coverage today.
Pull up that chart, man. Let's see the damage because if most of you guys probably already know. Um, First of all, BitTensor Tau is probably just so you guys understand what it is because we just did a video on this a little while ago, and this was actually on our top 5 AI picks to own. So basically, what BitTensor is you have these large language models like ChatGPT, and they're centralized, right? They're owned by OpenAI owns ChatGPT. What BitTensor is it's supposed to be, and I say supposed to be because we'll get into this here in a second, but it's supposed to be a decentralized AI. So it brings all these other AI models together and allows humans to train them. And you're actually rewarded for teaching these AI models in their token, Tau. So this is supposed to be essentially the decentralized Chat GPT. That has a lot to do with why it is down 20% for the day.
Look at this. It's down almost. It's down $85. It's down almost $90
Yeah,
in less than 24 hours. This is just the daily chart. Um,
it's brutal. This is a huge pullback, and there is an underlying reason behind this, and it has a lot to do with decentralization,
yep.
or therefore a lack of decentralization.
But we'll also, take a quick look around. Monero up, Solana's up, Hype's up. ICP's only up 1.8%, which is interesting. Near Protocol, I'm looking for some of the other AI. Quant is up 6%. That's not bad.
Quant's been having a week, dude. Pull up Quant real quick. That's actually been moving for the past month. Quant's been getting a lot, or I meant to say month.
Yeah, here's the month. From
It's been doing,
62 all the way up to 76 right now. So
I saw somebody on Twitter. They were like, we were talking about Render and some other AI projects and how they're up like 60%. Some of them for the month, and he's like, "Oh yeah, well this garbage is also down 40% for the year." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's only like a year old." Like,
let's also point out that Bitcoin is down over 50%. If Ethereum is down 60%, Binance is down 70%, XRP is down 60%, Render's only down 40%.
and it's just like we're in a bear market. I mean, come on, these prices are to be expected during these periods, and it's just like for someone to be like, "Oh well, you say it's pumping, but it was you guys can go check it out. It was on our Render video. Somebody was like, "Oh, this is a garbage project." Yeah, it's up 32% for the month, but it's down 40% for the year. It's like, oh my god,
Everything is, but let's also point out that previous look, whether you want to call this a full-on bear market or you want to say it's a mid-cycle correction or whatever, let's point out the fact that if previous bear markets, all of these tokens have gone down. Even Bitcoin itself was down more than 60%, 70%, 80%. Altcoins were down 80%, 90% in all the previous bear markets.
And then what
So
happened?
if this is a bear market and the bottom is in at Bitcoin down 50% and altcoins down 60%, this is a very shallow bear market compared to the previous four.
And honestly, I've been seeing a lot of things. I've been seeing a lot of things on Twitter where people are like, we could drop as low as 40K still. There could be another savage, brutal drop. And we might not see a bull run until 2030.
Maybe.
To be honest, or
2028, 2030, like 2020, maybe this year. I don't look, I leave all that to the chart people. And the main reason is I'm not a technical analyst guy. There are people that do that way better. But you know what I can do? I can listen to the people that say it's going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to do this, it's going to do that. And I can just kind of plan for best and worst case. And I'm personally planning for, I don't need to sell this. I'm just going to hold it forever. I don't care if it goes up or down in the next 2 or 3 years.
Exactly. That's the only way you can survive, these cycles is if you are just holding. Like, people always say hold on for dear life, but it's like that really is the best strategy, because if you're playing these ups and downs, it can get really frustrating because these downs hurt a lot and then they pump out of nowhere.
Yep.
But speaking of downs, JC, what is going on with TAO? Why is it just absolutely sucking the big one today?
Well, hold that thought, because I have 3 things that I'm going to get to real quick. Like you can see, I don't have a lot on the page here today. These first 3 or 4 things are real quick, and then we're just going to get into TAO.
JC surprised me today because I have no idea what he's got in store for us. So let's get
yesterday's CPI, core price index inflation, rose to 3.3%, below expectations of 3.4%. That's good. And then core CPI.
Can I tell you a really sad statistic? Actually, if you guys have seen the movie The Big Short, you know this. Every time inflation goes up by 1%, statistically 40,000 people die. That when I did some research, I watched the movie and they said that, and it's a loose statistic, but it's true. Like inflation is so much worse than just you can't buy bread or milk. Like it affects a lot of people, and I just thought that was really interesting to say. The Big Short, if you guys haven't
Yeah,
seen
it's
it,
an
go check
interesting
that
like
out.
that. You can learn a lot about macro market manipulation. Anyway, related to that,
Great.
Bank of America is now that inflation is not rising. It's below expectations continually. They're saying that perhaps by the end of the year and with a new Fed chair, we could see a couple of rate cuts in 2026, which is great given this that one. Nope, not that one. This one. Given the fact that global M2 money supply. Look, this is the global money supply.
So this is all of the M2 money supply is literally all of the money.
All of the cash that is being created out of thin air by all of the reserve banks around the world. They're just printing more money. All the money printers are on. China, US, UK, all of the EU, all of their central banks are printing money. All of the money printers go burr.
Burr.
The money printers are starting to sound like A10 warthogs. It's okay.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But again, printing more money leads to obviously more inflation. So not good for dollars or people, but definitely good for the price of Bitcoin.
Printing more money means price of assets go up. If we get as we get money printer go burr, and we can get rates going down so that governments can refinance their debt at lower rates. In the past, according to people that do this research, I am just repeating them. I don't do this research myself. In the past, anytime rates go down and money printer go burr, prices for assets go through the roof.
And that's good for us. Today's episode is sponsored by Mountain Dew, guys. Thank you.
Sweet. All right. One other topic that I want to hit real quick. Brian Armstrong is now happy with the banks.
They must have done some dirty back alley deal that they're all happy with now, because he was not very happy with the banks a couple.
Either that, or this is all theater because they're waiting on specific timing.
Oh, it's 100% all theater. I mean, they're literally making this all a big thing, this big parade that they can.
Hey, 999 ETH is with us in the TikTok. Thanks for popping in again.
Welcome. We're getting a lot of people from TikTok. So
yeah, I've seen 999 ETH several times. Even popped into our Discord game night the other night. So good to see you on the TikTok. Good morning.
Awesome.
But yeah, we talked about this yesterday. The Treasury Secretary was like, "Dude, let's get this done." And yesterday, Brian Armstrong was like, "Yeah, let's get this done." And then let me give you this one right here from Coin Bureau. Coinbase partner. Oh, sorry, that's different. Is that what I'm looking for? Nope. Okay, that's something else. That's
Mr. Mark is chomping at the bit. Ice is ready. He's like, "What is going on with TAO?"
Hey, Muna. Good morning. Good to see you.
Morning,
sorry, I got to switch back and forth between the.
I know. I'm trying to do the same thing. We're working with it, guys. We're trying to monitor all the chats today. So we're live on a lot of platforms right now.
So yeah, apparently it's like now it's a done deal. Except how does that relate to the fact that the White House, threw a grenade at the banks yesterday? I don't know. To me, again, it's all theater. One other thing that Coinbase, and this is good, and I think we talked about this yesterday, the fine line between being used for good and being used for evil. Coinbase is partnering with the Secret Service in global crypto phishing crackdown. There's also, do I have it here? Maybe it's at the end. Nope. Okay, I didn't save it. So there's another post that talks about the Treasury Department providing anti-hacking and fraud protection for crypto companies. And that's all well and good because it means if people are committing crimes or fraud or hacks against you let's say you hold some crypto on Coinbase and Coinbase gets hacked and your money gets stolen. Well, guess what? Now there are criminal protections in place to go after these people. And
oh, go ahead, JC. Sorry.
I'm just going to finish with this right here. Like Coinbase, in this case, partners with the Secret Service in a global crackdown, and they froze $12 million because it was being criminally like stolen by phishing. So people are being scammed out of their crypto. So Coinbase is able to freeze those transactions. It's good because it keeps you from getting scammed and keeps you from getting your money lost. That's what it should be used for. But
Exactly.
on the other hand, Coinbase was able to freeze transactions.
But the thing I wanted to bring up on that is people are like, oh well, how can they do that? I thought crypto can't be hacked, and it's important to understand that
Blockchain
Coinbase,
cannot be hacked. You can
blockchain,
still be hacked
yeah,
because
blockchain
you click
cannot
on
be hacked.
something stupid.
Yes, exactly. Phishing is probably the biggest problem in crypto right now, and all it is when people are phishing, they basically give you a fake website or a fake link, or you're clicking on the real link, and they inject a payload where it redirects you to something that looks like the real link, and they trick you into connecting your wallet to it. You're
Yep.
giving the scammer permission to take your stuff. Is
You
essentially
give them, you basically think of it this way. You click on a bad email because you think, like, you get an email from Amazon saying, hey, your shipment is delayed. Click here to process your refund. And you're like, yeah, that shipment isn't, it's late. What's going on? And you click on it and they're like, okay, log in. And so you log in. Well, guess what? Now they have your username and password for your
yeah,
Amazon account. Same
exactly.
thing here. If you connect your wallet to a malicious crypto website, they have access to your wallet. They didn't hack your seed phrase. They didn't hack Ethereum blockchain. You logged in and let them have access.
Now, that's not to say that a centralized entity like Coinbase cannot be hacked as well.
Correct.
So
But anyway,
that is
this is good. This is the good side of being able to freeze or claw back transactions. If
exactly.
someone steals my money, Coinbase can freeze that transaction. They can get me my money back. And like we say, blockchain is forever. So they can see where that money was going and then start tracing. All you have to do is type into ChatGPT, this address tried to steal my crypto. What other addresses and wallets and identities is this tied to? Boom. AI sorts through massive data better than you and I ever could.
I actually was recently fished as well. I'm going to tell the story real quick just because it's
Yeah,
relevant.
we don't have a lot to talk about today, so we can
Yeah, but
chase some rabbit trails.
long story short, I was fished, and they put some kind of wallet drain on my. They connected some kind of wallet drain to my MetaMask. So every time I would send any amount of crypto to this wallet, it would immediately withdraw it to this other wallet. I was tracking it on the blockchain, and I realized something, that this wallet, not my wallet, the wallet that was initiating the withdrawal, had to pay a gas fee every time. It had to pay an Ethereum gas fee every single time to initiate this, thing that was pulling everything out of my wallet. So I had this idea where I'm like, my money's already gone. There's no way to get it back. I was like, if I just keep sending like a penny, a penny, a penny, a penny over and over again to this guy's wallet, or to my own wallet, every single time I sent anything to this wallet, there was like a 14 cent ETH transaction. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I could just drain this piece of shit's wallet just by sending pennies to my own wallet. So I did that for a little bit. It took forever. I did eventually give up. I was hoping that he would see what was going on and disconnect whatever he had connected to my wallet. But then I was like, this guy's just going to probably find my other wallets and just make my life a nightmare. So at the end of the day, I just made a new wallet. But I did manage to drain a few $1,000s out of this guy's wallet, which made me feel a little bit better.
Suck on that. I love
Suck on that.
it. Just looking to see if there's any price movement today. Hey, Bitcoin's over 73 again. Nice.
It's over 73,000.
Yeah, let's check that real quick, and then we'll move on. Look at that, 73. Yay.
That neutral fear and greed. Love to see that.
I know, isn't that interesting? Like, all right, let's move on. TAO is the big news today. So look, this is from Ash Crypto. Bittensor TAO has crashed 27%. Now it's 20 and wiped out nearly $900 million from its market cap in the last 12 hours.
A billion.
9 million in longs were also liquidated. This came after Covenant AI, a major project on TAO, they run 3 nodes on TAO, announced they are leaving Bittensor and reportedly sold 37,000 tokens worth $10 million. The team,
Liquidation.
the Covenant AI team, accused Bittensor founder of running a decentralized theater lie and controlling many aspects of the protocol.
Ooh. So their biggest investor and their node operator, one of the people who help run the network, they were like, this is not decentralized, and we're selling our tokens.
Yeah, so here you go. Now, it is interesting to note that, and I think I may have this later, if not, Covenant AI made the announcement and then a few hours later sold their token. They didn't sell their token first. So to me, that lends a little bit of credibility to them because they didn't dump first.
No, that actually does say a lot. And Mr. Gray, yep, that's a great great thing to share. Absolutely, guys. If you're not familiar with something that's in your wallet, don't touch it. MetaMask has a filter that hides stuff like that, but just be careful.
If you're like, oh, look, my MetaMask has 12,000 Reptar tokens that I didn't have yesterday. It must be an airdrop from something I'm a part of. Oh man, it says the price per token is like 25 cents. That's like $4,000. I'm going to go sell that. I'm going to go exchange that. As soon as you interact with that bad token or that bad, you get an NFT and you're like, oh, a project that I'm in must have airdropped me a free NFT. And as soon as you interact with it, connect your wallet, they drain your wallet. Don't do that.
Yeah.
If you don't know what it is, don't click on it.
Yeah, because it can happen to the best of us. I mean, we know all this stuff, and we have both been hacked before.
Yep.
So it's good. The best thing you can do is just keep stuff on your ledger and don't interact with anything.
Yeah, don't connect your ledger to anything other than, well, nothing. Like, don't connect it. Keep your offline crypto unconnected from any exchange. Like, you can send crypto from your offline wallet to a hot wallet or an exchange, but don't connect that wallet to anything.
And if you do want to connect the wallet to something, you use a hot wallet like MetaMask, where you don't keep all your funds on, so just
Correct.
You don't have to worry about it.
That's it. But anyway, let's get back to TAO here. So Covenant AI is leaving Bittensor. They built Covenant 72B, whatever, 70 plus nodes, no data center, no $100 million, blah, 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 blah. So Jason Wong, sorry, Wong, I'm sorry, Jensen, sorry, endorsed TAO, and TAO, rallied up 9%. Now Covenant AI is accusing the founder of suspending their emissions, stripping mod rights, deprecating their infrastructure. Deprecating means, I guess, to talk bad about. Timing token dumps as pressure. They call governance
depreciating their infrastructure.
Not depreciating, deprecate. That's what I was like. It should be deprecating.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it should whatever.
Interesting. This is a huge deal, guys, because again, Bittensor is the single biggest project in all of crypto AI.
Now,
it has the biggest market cap.
I have Bittensor's rebuttal coming up here in a minute.
Oh, they responded already.
Yeah, and this is from Coin Bureau, same thing. Covenant stated that their personal revenue was halted without warning. Governance was stripped from them. Infrastructure changes are implemented from the top down, not through a governance.
So it's not truly decentralized. Interesting.
So this is the project that trained Covenant 72B. So Covenant 72B is a large language model. Jensen praised it. Anthropic's co-founder endorsed it.
It's a big language model for sure. It's not, Bittensor is the biggest project in crypto AI for a reason. They were working on using multiple large language models. So
yeah. So here's kind of this is from either Jesus or Jesus Martinez. I apologize if
another great guy to follow in crypto. If you guys are looking for someone to follow, I actually follow him as well.
Obviously, we're following him. But Sam Dare, which I assume is the guy from Covenant, sold about $10 million. After he publicly accused BitTensor of being centralized, then he sold, then he walked. This is a Covenant AI exit nobody's telling you the full story about. Here's the setup. Sam Dare runs Covenant AI. They operated 3 subnets on BitTensor: Templar, Basilica, and Grail. Templar was Crown Jewel, the team behind Covenant 72B. That's the large language model AI. It's one of the reasons Dow ran 90% in March. Yesterday, Sam posted a long thread accusing BitTensor founder of decentralization theater. And then hours later, he sold his bags. Again, props for not dumping first. But here's his allegations: that the founder of TAO suspended emissions to Covenant's subnets, that the founder removed Sam's moderation rights over his own community, that he deprecated Covenant's subnet infrastructure, and that the founder dumped TAO at strategic moments to apply economic pressure. That's kind of vague. A 3-person multi-sig that's actually controlled by one guy. That's not what multi-sig means.
Yeah, that's.
But I mean, if you set up 3 different personas, I don't know, whatever. Here's the response from the founder: I do not have the ability to suspend emissions. He, meaning the other guy from Covenant, I almost said Costanza, from Covenant, sold 1% of his alpha. Okay, so this is Kantz, the founder. He sold 1% of his alpha holdings on 3 Covenant subnets that were on near 100% burn code. Reptar, what does that mean?
Had 3 subnets that were on near 100% burn code.
I'm not sure what that means. Sorry.
I think what he means is it was just shitty code. I'll double check, but basically saying that the subnets were coded were shit. Let me just look up what he means by burn code.
Yeah.
So burn code refers to several different contexts, most commonly designed rating, ensure your it has several different contexts. I assume that's what he means by it.
I'll go straight to the horse's mouth here. This is from Constantly Born.
Yeah, I think all he's trying to say is the code was just shoddy.
So here you go. It's like he's addressing some of the points from the article. I suspended emissions on his subnets. I don't have the ability to suspend emissions. What I did do is sell some of my alpha holdings on his 3 subnets because they were not running and were on near 100% burn code. This changed the emission the same way all buys and sells on BitTensor do. I don't have any privilege beyond what normal TAO holders have. I deprecated Covenant's channels and removed moderation rights. No, Samuel specifically deprecated his own channels, which he did via a pinned comment and also a Twitter post. To be clear, he is talking about a Discord channel. The complaint: I removed his ability to moderate his community.
Oh, that's what he means. So burn is a so I'm looking at it because it has several contexts when it can apply to things like in the medical industry. That's why I was getting confused when I was researching it. But essentially, burn code is it's a software. He's either referring to the software development firm, and basically they build deep learning frameworks that are built on the programming language called Rust. But I don't know if that's essentially what he means. Essentially, it's designed. It's a very basic code that's designed to be flexible, and it's what is training their AI, their large language models.
Okay. Well, I think the bigger
ChatGPT is using for its large language model.
Sure, and I think this is the TAO founder. I think his response is they were not. I sold some of my alpha holdings on his 3 subnets because those subnets weren't running.
Yeah,
and we're
They
on
were
near
they were
100%. But like,
not.
I don't know what that means. But if the subnets aren't running and you want to sell some of the token, guess what? Everyone can do that. Um, this is something I actually, this to me is a point in Constance's favor. I removed his ability to moderate his community, what he's talking about on Discord. Sam was deleting posts in his channel of genuine, honest criticism. I removed that ability temporarily and then reinstated it later. I did not remove his moderator role. I simply stopped him from deleting posts from others in his channel, which to me is a good thing. We've been, Reptar and I personally, and all of the members of the Alpha Origins team, have been banned and kicked out of Discord for asking genuine, honest questions that sound like criticism.
And I think a lot of people know what that's like, where you're just trying to get clarity, you're just trying to understand things, and you get punished just for asking a question or having a concern. And it's something that we. That's why we always say at the end of the video, guys, leave us a hate comment because we can handle it. But a lot of these projects, the second you say something negative in their Discord, it's just you know you are immediately banned because they don't want people, asking questions and making the project look bad, even if it deserves to look bad. So.
Yeah, I'll give you my one quick example for me because we've got time to chase a little rabbit here. Several years ago, I, along with others in the Alpha Origins team, were part of the Pluto Alliance leadership team. I owned one of the Pluto
Alliance, JC.
Pluto Alliance. It was an NFT project started by the BitBoy Network and Ben Armstrong and that whole crew. If you want to just be entertained, just go do some research on that whole saga. But
guys, one of the craziest stories in crypto, and we were at the center of all of it. We need to tell all, but go check out what happened with Ben Armstrong.
Anyway, I owned one of the Pluto Alliance Kings, which gave me a seat at the leadership table, which was basically not moderators, but like just a council of people invested in the project that had our own little private channel to talk about, hey, where are we going? What are we doing? What can we do to help? What's the direction of the project? If you don't know, at the time, the BitBoy Network was doing airdrops based on revenue that they generated by their YouTube channel. So they would have a random, like the YouTube channel would generate revenue, and they would have a monthly raffle based on the planet that your alien was from, and you received a portion, like they just randomly airdropped a little bit of cash to you for holding any particular, Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, whatever. And that was a cool thing. It was like, hey, it's a random airdrop. There's no guarantee or whatever.
I get a piece of the biggest crypto YouTube channel,
right? But awesome. there were some rumors that were circulating 6 months in that they were going to stop doing that because they're giving away their money. And okay, I get that. But I, in the private leadership channel, said, hey, what's the deal with this rumor that this airdrop is going to be rugged? Instantly banned. All of my posts deleted from the entire year and a half that I'd been there.
And mind you, he owned one of the most valuable NFTs in the collection.
I was not in the public chat spreading rumors. I asked a question in the private leadership chat. Instantly banned. And guess what happened about 6 months later? The whole project rugged.
Yeah, the whole project collapsed. Again, guys, go check out the Ben Armstrong saga. If you guys want some serious drama in the industry and figure out how crazy things really get in crypto behind the scenes, definitely go check that out because that was wild seeing that project fail. Kind of like what we're seeing here with TAO. I mean, like, when you see some of the biggest projects in the industry like failing, it's like, whoa, it kind of gives you pause for a second because it's just like, whoa, if they failed, then, what does this mean for other projects? JC, if you don't mind, could you actually pull up CoinMarketCap? I want to see who is in the #1 spot in AI crypto now that TAO has dropped so much. Is it still #1?
I'm sure AI? It is.
I mean, I'd be surprised. I would think that after losing $1 billion in market cap, that maybe Render would have taken the spot by now.
But
Here I can.
TAO, Siren, and Render.
So TAO is number one, but Render is now number three. Siren, I don't consider the number two project. Yes, it's been getting a lot. It's the most visited, but it's the market cap is still not even
This bothers me.
in the profile score 44. Yeah.
Like this is I don't
Can
know.
you actually go to the ranking though? Can you go to see like 1 through 100? Because that's just most visited.
That's rank. Oh, here you go.
Okay, so
There you go. Sorry.
it's 31 though. Oh, that's total market cap though.
Yeah, this
So
is total market. This is in order of total market cap, but this is where they rank.
So Near is actually second, which is really interesting because Near
TAO,
is
Near, ICP, and Render.
and Near is only roughly $1 billion off of TAO's market cap now. So
Yeah.
again, Bittensor, Near, ICP, Render, all of those projects were in our top 5 AI cryptos to own. They're all still great projects, but this is really interesting to seeing what's going on with TAO, for sure.
Yep. So we want to let me get back to this. Not that one. I want his, this is these are his. This is the founder of TAO's actual responses. That's why I'm reading them from his mouth. But yeah, again, the guy from Covenant was deleting posts in his channel of genuine, honest criticism. So I removed his ability to delete posts. Didn't remove his moderator role. I just removed his ability to delete posts, which to me, that's a mark in favor of the TAO guy because of my history. Deprecating infrastructure. Yeah, don't know what that means. Agreed. Don't know what that means.
Not even sure what this one means. We didn't either. Don't worry. Smartest guy developing AI. We didn't know either. So
yeah. Large visible token sales. Not large, less than 1% of what I invested in his teams. Visibility is impossible to avoid in my position. Again, blockchain is forever. I reserve my right to buy and sell tokens, which is what underpins the entire system of TAO.
He's got a point. He does. He should have the right to sell his tokens, but as a founder, you got to be careful when you do that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, this is the complaint by the Covenant guy, and that was the TAO guy's response. So back up, see if I got anything else. This is actually this is from @Febers4 Tat thing. I thought this was actually a pretty good breakdown. It gives you a full story because this didn't just start yesterday. Excuse me one second.
Yeah, it's this has been developing, and we'll keep you guys posted on how this does develop out further. But definitely not a good sign. I'm surprised it's not. The fear is not. I wouldn't be surprised if it forces them to kind of make some changes company-wise and kind of address some of these criticisms because, again, they're the big dog. This is a pretty big accusation, and this is a pretty big deal. I was actually
it's not a small project. Okay.
Yeah.
So earlier this month, on like 8 days ago, Grayscale has a Bittensor trust that they have filed to make into a spot ETF. They're making a TAO spot ETF. So this is part of me thinks the timing is interesting for Covenant AI in that this stuff happens, TAO gets boosted up, and suddenly Covenant AI dumps $10 million worth of tokens when it's at the peak.
Yep. But
don't know.
Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting, but also like AI is still the narrative, and it's still the biggest project in this sector. So it'll be interesting to see how TAO kind of reacts to this and how they kind of address some of these claims because yeah, that's a big deal. I mean, the whole point of TAO is that it's a decentralized
LLM
AI model. So this is attacking their like fundamentally what it means to be a crypto. They're basically saying you guys are not a real crypto company because you're centralized. I don't know how much I agree with that because entities like Ripple aren't decentralized.
Well, you got to prove it. If you're going to say they're not decentralized, The only claim that I saw was they cut our sorry, what did he say exactly? They cut our emissions. Well, the guy sold some of his stuff, which caused your emissions to adjust. That's not necessarily a centralization thing. Well, they have it's a multi-sig wallet, but it's really only run by one person. You need to prove that. I mean, if that's true, then yeah, that is a centralization thing. But you can say that all you want, but blockchain's forever. You can prove it.
Exactly. And this is definitely an internal kind of struggle with some of the founders and the early investors. So this is why the price is moving so dramatically. Let us know in the chat, guys. Do you think that this is going to be the end of TAO? Do you think that this is going to be it for TAO? Do you think that they're going to come back? Do you still think it's a good buy? I'm not exactly sure, honestly, at this point where I stand with it, because I'm way more bullish on Render and Near anyway, and there's already a lot of money in TAO, so I just didn't see the returns. And to be honest, the only thing I really do know about TAO is that it's a little difficult to develop for. It's not as seamless and as simple as a lot of these other ones are to use. Especially Caffeine AI. I mean, Caffeine AI is just so easy. That's ICP's Web3 AI system that they're using. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how this develops, because if it goes badly, it could continue to drop, guys. So for now, I am personally staying away from TAO just because
I'm gonna watch. I mean,
yeah,
because I had that. I had a similar reaction, a gut reaction when the whole Solana drop happened. And Solana, guys, do you remember Solana dropped down to $8? And I was like, Solana is so centralized. I just hate it. I'm like, I'm not buying that crap. Solana is so centralized, and now it's being exposed. $8. You could have bought Solana at $8.
Yeah. For reference, guys, it's at 160 right now. So it's like, yeah, that would have been a 20x.
That's a 20x now when it's down 60%.
Yeah.
But anyway, again, these are the accusations from Covenant AI. They unilaterally suspended emissions. Const and TAO said, we didn't suspend emissions. I sold some of my personal stake and it changed your emissions. It revoked their admin access to their own community channels. The response to that was, no, I turned off your ability to delete other people's chats in your Discord. Apparently to me, that's interesting, because it's like, is that their own little sub channel inside the TAO greater Discord? Because Reptar and I have our own Discord. No one else can turn off our permissions in our Discord. So that makes me think it's not Covenant's Discord. They just had a sub channel where this guy was a moderator.
Right. So this seems like a lot of drama, but again, when a project drops 20%, it's something to pay attention to. Especially
Solana is not
doing that.
Yeah, Solana's $85.
Yeah, it was 160 before that dropped. That's right. But yeah, yikes.
Anyway,
yeah, I haven't traded on Solana in a while. Damn.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's ironic. Excuse me.
So deprecated their subnet infrastructure without consensus. Deprecated. That seems to, the way he's using it seems to be like a technical term versus just a generic term, and I don't know what it means.
Well, when something's deprecated, it's deteriorating. It's what's the word? It's compromised. It's so maybe he's talking about their code.
Yeah, so it's like, dictionary.com says deprecate. Number 1 definition, to express disapproval of. Number 2 definition, to disparage or belittle.
So they're talking shit about the subnet infrastructure.
I'm sorry. Why do I need consensus? Like, this was not a this was not some type of we need the DAO, not TAO, but the DAO to vote on consensus on whether or not I talk shit about your project.
Right. That's what it sounds like to me, is like they wanted permission so we could
Hey
bring
guys,
up
we've got to have a vote on an official statement. Like, no, I just think your stuff sucks. Okay. Anyway, they executed large token
we'll be
sales,
following this
and
because again, guys, this is a project that we've been, involved with, and
yeah,
we
it is the largest AI token by market cap in all of crypto. So it's kind of a big deal. And to be honest, it's really the only big story today. We talked about a lot of stuff yesterday because it was new. That stuff's still going on, but this is really kind of the only new big news today.
yeah, and it
But let's
does seem like people are talking about just to bring up the Strait of Vermouth really quick. Vermouth.
straight of vermouth. Woo!
I wish there was a Strait of
It's
Vermouth.
a little too early for the Strait of Vermouth.
So, it does seem like they are requiring payment in Bitcoin, which
Right? They're like pay the toll. You have to
in
pay the
Bitcoin,
toll in Bitcoin.
that is huge. At first, I thought it was they were giving the option to pay the toll in Bitcoin, which isn't really that big of a deal. I mean, it's kind of like a whatever thing. It's kind of like how Lamborghini. Oh, you can buy a Lambo with crypto now. It's like, okay, but why would I do that? But if they're forcing people to spend $1 per barrel in Bitcoin, that is going to be huge in the next 6 months for sure.
Yeah, we'll see if they can enforce it, but
If they enforce it, yeah, that'll be interesting. I don't know if they're going to let that happen.
well, and the reason Iran is doing that is because you can't freeze Bitcoin. The United States has the ability and the power to freeze all US dollars moving around the globe.
Yep, that's exactly why
They
want
can't
it.
freeze Bitcoin.
That's exactly why they want it. They're like, oh, okay, no, it's cool. Give us the money that you guys are so excited to switch over to. We'll take that.
So this was again that was what Covenant said. This is what TAO has said. I'm not going to read it again. Fish called the departure an ugly decision out of malice and greed. But yeah, so what makes this worth paying attention to? The accusations are specific and verifiable, not vague FUD. That's true. Const didn't deny any of them. Nobody did explain what they were and why they were not what the guy said they were. So I don't think that's a fair statement. And this is also true, but it is also a counter accusation.
But that's the thing. I mean, like they're still trying to file a grayscale ETF for this, so it's like,
Yeah, we'll keep an eye and see if Grayscale backs out of that or not.
and that's the thing. Is it now a bad project because a couple of the early investors aren't happy about?
Hey, FET is still kicking, even though they had a massive breakup with the other two projects.
Oh, they had tons of they had tons and tons of bad press. There's FET I still stay away from. I mean, FET wasn't on our video for a reason because we were nervous about how things were playing out with FET. And now here, the biggest AI crypto project just down 20% because of some crazy drama. So
I don't know. Like FET, like I was a big believer in FET before they talked about merging. And then they talked about merging with the two other projects. I was like, oh, this is great.
Good, yeah.
I had some FET. And I had all three of them, and I did convert because I was like, they were gonna all convert. They were all gonna merge and then convert into ASI token.
Yeah.
So,
and then FET ended up backing out of the.
And FET was like, "Nah, you guys aren't cutting it. We're not doing this with y'all." But FET is still. Where is FET? Let me go back over here. FET is number 79 out of 100. It's in the top 100. It is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th highest AI token. Let's zoom out a little bit and see where they were. At one time they were up at $3.50. Now they're at 23 cents.
Yikes.
So I don't know. It's
and they're artificial super intelligence, so their ticker is still ASI, which is interesting to me. But
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there, but they're not dead. Some might. I mean, the project is not dead. Some might argue the token is dead. But we'll keep an eye on TAO because, I mean, Let's zoom out on TAO. TAO's all-time high is almost $800. Just yesterday, it was up at 350. Now it's down at it's hanging out at 273.
There's still hope for it, guys. And again, this is still the biggest project. So, it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back, what they do to address some of these issues. And we're going to continue to monitor the situation just because, again, this is a project that we were bullish on and, still am bullish on, but this is
Definitely bullish on the sector. It's just okay. Um, I mean, people would say fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Well, I'm afraid this price might go lower. I am uncertain of the impact that this is going to have on that entire project. And right now, I'm doubting whether or not the project is going to go up or down. Like, I have no idea. That's like, oh, FUD. Well, if you're not, if you are certain of what's going to happen with
they
TAO
get in
right
our
now,
Discord.
I'm like,
Let us know what's
really,
going on, guys.
really?
uh,
Anyway,
but yeah,
that's the main story for today. I did want to. We've talked a lot about Anthropic and Claude, so I saw this and wanted to talk about it today, especially in light of Chompy putting in the work.
woo, guys! Last night, we went undefeated. Our win rate is 65% right now, pushing 70% on the trading. Anthropic and Claude has been kind of taking the trading world by storm on platforms like Callsheet and Polymarket. Um, Chompy has more than earned his keep. I think we're up like 120% ROI or something like that.
And that's net. That's after all expenses because you do have to pay for Chat GPT and a couple of other things. You have to actually pay for them and have them each month. So,
Yeah.
Mr. Gray, thank you. Have a great weekend.
Always great to see you, man. We'll see you again on Tuesday. But yeah, guys, this is Claude and the guy who created OpenClaw or Claude AI or whatever. It's had a lot of open brands. It's called OpenClaw now. The guy who created it was hired by OpenAI or ChatGPT. So Claude is one of the biggest players in the space now.
Yeah, I just thought this. I'm going to dig into this and just see if I could find this 39-page letter or 38-page letter. But he maps out exactly which careers are going to survive AI and which ones won't.
I actually have a TikTok that I'm making about this. It's not that AI is going to replace people's jobs. It's people are going to replace other people's jobs that don't know how to use AI. If you're going to hire somebody in the future, do you want to hire the person that's fluent in AI and uses it to be more efficient and get the job done easier, or are you going to are you going to hire the guy that has absolutely no idea how to use a computer? I mean, it's not so much about AI is going to be taking people's jobs. It's more about if you don't learn how to use AI, you're going to be replaced. JC back up here. He is resharing his screen. He'll be back with us in a second. Yeah.
I don't know. Can you guys see the screen share?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. Restream does that to me once a stream now.
Guys, this is a professional operation. We're fine. I don't know. But I want to dig into this, and I'll read a little bit about this. Very interesting.
Yeah, so I just wanted to look at it. These are just some different prompts that you can give. You're a senior labor transformation analyst who has thoroughly studied blah, 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 blah. Okay. You're an AI systems operating under this model. These are prompts that you can give your Claude AI bot. You tell it what it is and how you want it to act and how you want it to think, and it does it. So anyway, I am more interested. This is from @PrimeMans. If you want to dig into his prompts and stuff, I'm interested in this 38-page letter and this prediction on which careers are going to survive AI. And Reptar, I think you're exactly right. People that know how to use and leverage AI will still have. Well, they'll have either a job or they will have AI bots making them money like you do. Reptar's Chompy bot is making him money right now.
And it's interesting because it applies to every career. Let's say you're a fry cook, and the only reason I bring this up is because Reptar is a fry cook on the side, a real SpongeBob champion over here. And I remember we had one customer be like, "Oh, what is this gluten free?" I don't even remember what it was, but it was this obscure thing that nobody could really answer. Gluten, obviously, a pretty easy thing to identify, but we just didn't know if there was flour in it or not. I asked ChatGPT. Our chefs couldn't even figure it out, and I'm like, "Here, let me ask ChatGPT real quick." And it not only gave me the answer, but it also gave me a bunch of other information. And I'm just like, this shows how valuable this tool is, because it's just like, no matter how experienced or smart you are, it's like before Google search came out. Now people can index the internet and find out any information that was huge when it came out. And now, we have the next elevation. I don't even Google search anything anymore. I just ask ChatGPT. And not only do I get a Google search, but I get this incredible breakdown of relevant information. I mean, why wouldn't you use it?
So I did want to rehit this because I thought this was actually a little bit better explanation than what I had read earlier. We did talk about World Liberty Financial, and it was either ICE or Mr. Gray said this smells like FTX. You create a token, you give it a huge valuation, you use it as collateral, then you extract real liquidity from it. That's what's happening with World Liberty Financial. 5 billion tokens deposited as collateral. There's nothing wrong or illegal about using your crypto as collateral. Everyone is like, you can do that across the board. There's nothing shady that's not more shady because one person does it. Like, if I can do that too, I can deposit my XRP and take out a USD loan against it. Not a big deal. Okay.
It's what you do with the money and how you leverage.
Yeah, and that's
welcome, Jake Claver, to the show. JC's like, all right.
Jake Claver, R8D. Jake, no, that's Jake Cleaver. That's a different Jake.
I know. I was
like, am I about to get yelled at?
It worked, didn't it?
I mean,
he was like, wait a minute.
Am I about to get yelled at? First, I looked at TikTok. But
don't worry, guys. We'll get him on the show. We'll get him on the show to come talk to us about XRP.
He ain't going to talk to us. We have 506 followers. Like, we're not big enough.
Hey, soon.
But yeah, so right now, World Liberty Financial holds or represents 50% of all of the tokens or the protocol. They created a token, and they didn't set the market value of the token. The market value is based on people buying and selling the token. But then they deposited $5 billion worth of the token and borrowed $75 million against it. That's not a huge loan to value.
The math is not math in there.
No, I mean, that's not a huge risk for the loaner. Oh, you mean you're good?
It's a lot of money to put up for a very small loan proportionally.
That's like saying I'm going to let's put it in crypto terms. I'm going to put my Bored Ape, which is currently about 6 ETH, up as collateral for a loan, and you're going to loan me half an ETH. And if I don't pay you back, you get to keep my Bored Ape.
Yeah, so for people like
I will give that loan.
Finance to make a decision like that,
I will give you that loan. I will loan you half an ETH for you to put your Bored Ape up against it. Because if you don't pay me back, I get to keep your Bored Ape. Of course, then the argument is, well, yeah, that token's worth 5 billion. Oh, sorry, this is 5 billion tokens. What is that worth?
Oh, I didn't see that actually. Yeah, right. So it would be 5 billion tokens, which at current prices would be
5 billion divided by 8 cents. What is that? 400 million?
It still seems like a good.
So they're loaning out 75 million for $400 million current value. But, let's say that, World Liberty Financial defaults on the loan. Well, now the company Dolomite or whatever, where this token is deposited as collateral, It's like, well, we get to keep all those tokens. If they sell all those tokens, I guarantee you they ain't getting $400 million because they're dumping a large number of tokens.
Seems like they were just trying to get what they could get. But, you know, if they had bought the dip for the, you know, for the entity, that's brutal. It works until it doesn't. That is when you guys are when people are playing with liquidity like this, that is the best way to put it. It works until it doesn't. Until the crows come home to roost, and or the chickens come home to roost.
And then Bitcoin drops to 16,000 and Solana drops to $8.
Yep, and then where's all your liquidity? And then, you know, people are then there's a bank run on crypto, and that's what they call it, even though that's not really what it is. And I don't know.
Oh, here you go. This is interesting from Altcoin Buzz. Just, you know, we're shooting the breeze here for a minute. Which one of these 10X is first? Hype, Link, Ondo, or AVAX? I know what ICE thinks.
I think Ondo.
Which one's going to 10X first? Not which one's going to do that. Like,
yeah. I think Ondo's got the hype behind it. Chainlink never moves. Hyperliquid's been moving, so it could be Hyperliquid. AVAX is a great project. It gets boring a lot of the time.
And I don't know. AVAX might, like, I agree with you. I'm like, AVAX, like, what is AVAX doing? But I'm seeing some whispers behind the scenes, people getting involved in AVAX. I'm like, is that a sleeper? I mean, I don't get me wrong. I think of those four, which one 10X is first? Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you, Ondo. I think Link is a great project, but Link never moves like it should, in my opinion.
It's wild. It's kind of like Cardano. It's got you know, great tech behind it. It seems like it should move, and it just doesn't.
Just looking to see if there's anything else. Clarity Act. Yeah. Global bank liquidity. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Trade the weather bot.
Ooh, more proof in the pudding with the AI bots, guys. We hope you have an awesome weekend. Seriously, huge shout out to everybody watching on TikTok. Now we're excited to finally be going live on some of these other platforms. We'll keep you guys posted. If you guys like the show or learned anything, definitely or want to learn more, hop in the Discord. It's free to join. We have a ton of giveaways going on in there. For the next game night, we do game night every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be giving away some Lamborghini Illuvium discs next game night. So definitely.
No, because they don't come out till the end of the month. Oh, we will eventually give some away, but they're not out yet. You're
right. They come out April 16th, 17th.
I want to say 22nd or 25th.
We got a lot of exciting things coming up in the Discord, guys. A lot of new events. We got poker coming up. We got some other stuff. So definitely hop in the Discord if you guys want to hang out with some degenerates, learn a little bit more about crypto. We seriously appreciate all you guys. We just went over 500 subs, and we are close to 5,000 on TikTok. And, we're really starting to grow as a community. So just, again, a huge shout out to everyone that's been, sticking with us every morning, watching the show, hanging out with us in Discord. We really appreciate you guys so much. So if you had fun, leave a hate comment, give it a like, smash the like button. Do you guys hate it when people say that? If you guys
gently and tenderly caress the like button.
If you guys hate it when people say smash the like button, go ahead and gently press the like button for us. We'd appreciate that. And
lovingly caress the like button. You can smash the dislike button. You can smash it.
Yeah, if you want to smash the dislike button, go for it. But we'll keep you guys updated on all of the drama of crypto going on, especially with TAO. And again, we hope to see you guys for the show on Tuesday when we come back. I'm sure we will have tons to go over. So.
Yep. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Tuesday unless something just massive breaks on Monday, and we'll maybe do a live show then. But have a great weekend. And Chompy is going to be working for the weekend.
Yeah.
See ya.
Chompy's working for the weekend.